The James Webb Space Telescope, humanity's largest, most powerful, and most complex observatory ever built, has once again captured the world's attention. What it has seen this time, however, is unlike anything it has ever revealed before. Somewhere in the dark expanse roughly 10 light-years from Earth, the telescope's golden mirrors caught sight of something moving, not drifting randomly, but altering its trajectory in ways that have left scientists baffled. At first, it seemed like just another interstellar traveler, a cold, lifeless object passing silently through the cosmic void. But as Webb's sensors focused on it, something impossible emerged. The object, officially designated 3E Atlas, was not reflecting sunlight, it was glowing. And that glow wasn't natural. The light flickered rhythmically, pulsing with a pattern that no natural phenomenon could explain. The signal was faint but unmistakably structured, as if generated by a precise mechanism, coherent, deliberate, artificial. It was light with purpose. The discovery sent ripples through the global scientific community. What Webb had found wasn't simply an asteroid or comet. The patterns in the emitted light suggested a technological source, a phenomenon entirely beyond anything known to nature. It was a whisper in the dark, a signal that hinted at design. When astronomers first turned the telescope toward 3E Atlas, they expected to see a frozen relic of another star system, a piece of rock and ice wandering aimlessly through interstellar space. Instead, Webb's data revealed the object pulsing at perfectly regular intervals. Each cycle repeated with mathematical precision. Even stranger, the light contained spectral lines that did not match any known natural luminescence. The glow wasn't random, it carried the unmistakable fingerprint of control. Initially, the Webb team suspected a malfunction. Instruments were recalibrated, cross-checked with Hubble, and verified using ground-based telescopes across multiple continents. Yet every check only confirmed the impossible, the pattern remained. A rhythmic pulse in the infrared spectrum, repeating without deviation. When the near-infrared spectrograph analyzed the data, the energy profile resembled something disturbingly familiar. An engineered light source, possibly similar to artificial illumination or propulsion systems designed to operate in a vacuum. It was not reflection. It was not thermal radiation. It was structured light. Comparisons with natural phenomena yielded nothing. Aurora-like emissions? Impossible, the object had no atmosphere. Outgassing? Not consistent with the spectral readings. Ionization trails? The energy levels were far too stable. Even its faint responsiveness to changes in solar flux, adjusting slightly as sunlight fluctuated, suggested a degree of adaptive behavior, as though compensating to maintain equilibrium. That realization sent chills through every observatory following the case. Nature could not explain this. Intelligence could. 3E Atlas, first catalogued months earlier as a passing interstellar object from the direction of Lyra, had seemed unremarkable at the time. But when Webb revisited it, the faint glimmer in its spectrum drew attention. It was a narrow band emission around wavelengths typical of advanced diode or laser systems. At first, some proposed exotic minerals fluorescing under cosmic radiation. But that theory collapsed when the periodic modulation became undeniable. Minerals don't blink in perfect rhythm. If true, the discovery would be the first direct evidence of extraterrestrial technology, a revelation that would upend centuries of human thought. Artificial light implies energy control. Design. Intention. Even if 3E Atlas was nothing more than the drifting ruin of an ancient civilization, the fact that it still functioned enough to emit a controlled glow was staggering. Webb's high-resolution instruments detected faint heat signatures that didn't fit with a cold, natural body. It was slightly warmer than physics predicted, just enough to hint at an internal energy source, Perhaps residual power from something once alive with activity. Could it be a derelict probe? A fragment of a long-lost mission? A beacon built to endure eons? Some scientists proposed it might be an automated system, a self-regulating light designed to maintain power or orientation. Others went further, suggesting the emission was an intentional pulse, a signal. But it wasn't transmitting data. It was rhythm without message, like a heartbeat, a machine heartbeat. Webb's instruments identified localized points of emission, arranged with eerie symmetry. These weren't random patches of light reflecting off uneven rock. They were fixed nodes, bright spots evenly distributed, suggesting panels or embedded apertures. Geometry where nature should have chaos. Symmetry where there should be none. Every detail strengthened the same argument: this was not a natural object. Across NASA, ESA, and the Space Telescope Science Institute, tension grew. Meetings turned from disbelief to quiet astonishment. If this light truly came from a technological source, then someone, or something, once built it. A civilization had mastered propulsion, construction, and endurance to send a machine beyond the reach of its own stars, and somehow, across millions of years, its light still burned. Webb's discovery has also transformed how scientists approach the cosmos. For decades, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence focused on radio signals, expecting someone to call us. But perhaps civilizations don't speak, perhaps they leave traces. Relics. Machines that drift in silence. Lights that still burn long after their makers are gone. 3E Atlas may be one of those relics, the first techno-signature ever recorded beyond our solar system. Even more mysterious, analysis of the light curve revealed subtle fluctuations over hours, suggesting the object rotates deliberately, not chaotically. Natural bodies tumble. This one doesn't. It maintains balance. That alone implies internal stabilization, gyroscopes, perhaps, or electromagnetic control. Even after unimaginable time, it remains steady. Spectrographic studies also hinted at unusual materials. Certain wavelengths pointed to alloys unlike anything found in meteorites, compounds possibly engineered to resist radiation and extreme cold. Some peaks even suggested unknown isotopes, materials not naturally occurring in our solar system. If verified, that would mean the object isn't just old, it's alien in composition. What's more haunting is how the light behaves in frequency space. When analyzed, the emission patterns display harmonic resonance, mathematical relationships that indicate design. Random sources don't produce such structured ratios. It's as though the light itself serves as part of a system, perhaps regulating internal energy, alignment, or orientation. Imagine a probe that doesn't merely send messages, but sings to itself, keeping rhythm as it drifts through eternity. That possibility has reignited one of humanity's oldest questions. What if our first encounter with alien intelligence isn't a conversation, but a discovery? What if we don't meet them, only what they left behind? Scientists now see 3E Atlas as both mystery and mirror. It could be an ancient probe still running on self-healing nanostructures. Or it might be a tomb, a monument from a civilization that mastered endurance better than any species before or since. Either way, its existence forces humanity to rethink intelligence, life, and what it means to persist. Because if 3E Atlas is real, and its light is artificial, then somewhere long ago, another world looked into its night sky, just as we do, and decided to send something built to outlast time itself. And now, across the dark sea of space, its light has reached us. If you enjoyed this exploration, make sure to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Discovery 2.0 for more mind-expanding stories about our universe. Until next time, keep watching the skies.